Welcome. What is subject product life cycle management for 8th semester mechanical engineering. In this subject code is 17ME835. Product life cycle management, as usual, carries 5 modules. That is module number 1 related to introduction to product life cycle management and PDM, and in module number 2 that is related to product design, then module number 3 that is related to product development, and module number 4 that is related to technology forecasting, and module number 5 product building and structures. Now we will start with module number 1, that is introduction to PLM and PDM. As usual, CM marks is 40 marks, and then examination has 60 marks. And then the main course objectives of this product life cycle subject: familiarize with various strategies of PLM, understand the concept of product design and simulation, develop new product development, product structure and supporting systems, interpret technology forecasting and product innovation and development in business process, understand product building and product configuration. These are the main objectives of product life cycle management. After studying all these modules, these are the main course outcomes. Describe the concept of product life cycle management and its application in product development process. Apply the models of product life cycle for product development process and select the appropriate product life cycle management tools and systems to enhance the collaborative product development. Analyze the strategies of product life cycle management and emphasize the significance of digital manufacturing and product building structure. These are the outlines of this module number 1. Introduction to PLM, need for PLM, and then what are the opportunities and benefits of PLM, different views of PLM, and then components of PLM, and then different phases of PLM, and PLM feasibility study, PLM strategies, and then what are the PLM different strategy elements, and then how to identify PLM, and selection and implementation, product data management, that is PDM, finally implementation of PDM systems. First we will take product life cycle management, that is introduction. Product life cycle management, it is briefly abbreviated as PLM, that is emerged in the early 21st century as a new model for manufacturing companies and manage their products across their life cycles, right from the product design and manufacture to service and disposal of the product. Product life cycle management makes it possible to command the whole lifespan of a product and the information connected with it. Efficient product life cycle management enables companies to compete successfully in international and global markets. Product life cycle management is an integrated information driven approach to all aspects of the product's life, from its design inception through its manufacture, deployment and maintenance, and culminating in its removal from service and final disposal. PLM is a software enabled strategy that manages all data relating to the design, functioning, production, support, and ultimate disposal of the product. Anybody working or involved with the product can access the data or information of a single product or all of the company's products, thereby allowing the user to have a broader vision about the details of the products. PLM helps in managing the some following features, that is products and parts, including those which are used for tooling, inspection, calibration, training, operation and maintenance, and then documents that define the performance, functional and physical attributes of a part, and then electronic computer files that support the product design, development, production and subsequent post-production phases. Material content including reporting on legally prescribed or hazardous substances, that the identification of part recycling and disposal methods. That PLM concepts were introduced in the automotive, aerospace, military, nuclear and medical industries, where safety and control features were given much prominence. These industries originated the discipline of configuration management, which evolved into electronic data management systems, which then further evolved to product data management. Over the last 10 years, manufacturers of instrumentation, industrial machinery, consumer electronics, packaged goods and other complex engineered products have discovered the benefits of this product lifecycle management solutions, and hence adopting the concepts of PLM in order to support their products and services and maximize the business impact in global market. That product lifecycle management improves productivity, quality, efficiency and revenues for the organization by controlling all the aspects of the product throughout its life cycle. Mainly the product lifecycle management is nothing but the process of managing the entire life cycle of a product from its conception through design and manufacturing to service and disposal. PLM integrates people, data, process and business system and provides a product information backbone for companies and their extended enterprises. Next we'll go for what is a product. When talking about the product, we mean tangible products, that is goods. The term goods refers to physical, tangible products that can be owned, traded and distributed to different places at different times without changing their identity. However, a product in a modern world can also be something very intangible, such as a piece of software or piece of knowledge or an algorithm or a formula. In product, there will be three types of products are available. That is, first one is goods, meaning physical or tangible products. Another one is services, And finally, intangible products, meaning non-physical products that are not services. For example, we'll take software, algorithm, etc. These are the three kinds of products. Product life cycle concept. The product life cycle management concept, as its simplest, is a general plan for practical product life cycle management in daily business at the corporate level, in a particular business or a product data. It is a compilation of business rules, methods, processes and guidelines, as well as instructions on how to apply the rules in practice. This is the PLM information model. Here in this it's having some design engineering, manufacturing engineering, sales distribution, warranty and repair, as well as accounting. Here the figure shows the PLM model. Here here information core is in the middle, and then apart from that all these factors will be considered. Right from here requirements analysis and planning, the concept engineering and prototyping, that is product engineering, manufacturing engineering, manufacturing and production, and then sales distribution, maintenance, finally disposal and recycling. That means in this all the PLM models or phases, that is starting from create, they will conceive, plan, as well as specify, and then decision. In design you can take define, test, as well as validate, and then build. In this procure, manufacture, and then assemble, and then in support, in this promote, market, as well as sell. Finally service, in this you can use maintain, service, as well as dispose. In product life cycle management concepts, here usually covers at least the following. These are the following areas they will cover. That is terms and abbreviations used in this field. That is definition of the product life cycle, the life cycle phases, etc. That is another area is about product information models and product models. And then next one is definition of products and product related information objects. That means items, structures, product related documents, definition of product information, etc. Another one area include product life cycle management practices and principles used and applied in the company. That is how products are managed throughout their life cycle, identification of information management principles such as versioning principles, information status, etc. And then product management related processes, that is product information management processes. Finally instructions on how to apply the concepts in every business. The significance of building this kind of product information concept lies in the need to set common business rules for the entire corporation and its business and product areas. Next we'll go for why you need for PLM. To meet the challenges of today's global business environment, companies with complex products and processes need to manage data and information of the product throughout its life cycle. right from its conceptual design to service and disposal of the product. Maintaining a database containing large amount of information and making this information to be available and accessible to the right person at the right time is a very complex and tedious task. Hence, it becomes necessary that business processes, engineering, software development, design, analysis, and other responsibilities that are a part of an organization's operation need a better model to support product development. Product lifecycle management is adopted to serve the purpose. It is an integrated information driven approach comprised of people, process, practices, and technology to all aspects of the product's life, right from its design and manufacture to service and disposal of the product. PLM manages data, people, business processes, manufacturing processes, and anything else pertaining to product, thereby facilitating better communication among these working on or with the product. Next we'll go for opportunities of PLM. Here PLM enables development and support of new products and services. PLM redefines the technology aspects and processes in developing smart or intelligent products. With PLM, there is an increase in the number of potential customers. As the population grows, the need for special and better products also grows. PLM enables the Internet, World Wide Web, and grid to offer opportunities for new products and services and new ways to develop, sell, and support products. New product creates new markets and hence better opportunities for sales and growth. PLM helps to maximize the business impact in global market. Environmental requirements and the desire for sustainable development will open up new opportunities, in particularly for a product's end of life. Next we'll go for benefits of PLM. While using PLM, there are several benefits. We'll go one by one. PLM provides entire information about the product right from its conception to disposal, right from create to disposal, and then PLM thus gives an insight into the critical processes. PLM manages data, people, business processes, manufacturing processes, and anything else pertaining to a product. This leads to better communication among those working on or with the product. PLM speeds up the production process, thereby minimizing quick launch of products. PLM helps the company to improve effectiveness, efficiency, and control throughout the entire product life cycle. And other benefits of PLM are better quality, reduced scrap and product related costs, and greater productivity leading to improved profits. PLM helps to capture customer requirements in a better way, which in turn leads to development of customer focused products, leading to grow in market share. Prevents future product failures through knowledge of past failure, leading to greater efficiency. provides an ability to quick identify potential sales opportunities and revenue contributions. Savings through the complete integration of engineering workflow. Next topic will continue with the different views of PLM. Here an organization can have many different people across many different titles and then levels. It is a natural tendency that people have different views because they have different sets of information or knowledge about a particular topic or subject when viewed. This is true with respect to PLM also, because numerous activities are involved in the life cycle of a product from cradle to grave, including the involvement of different people with multiple levels or departments across the organization. The different views of some common people in an organization with respect to PLM are briefed in the following. Next, I will explain this. In different views of PLM, the different views of some common people in an organization with respect to PLM are Chief Executive Officer, another one is Business Planning Manager, Functional Manager, Marketing Manager, and finally the workers. These are the 5 basic different views of PLM. We'll take first one, Chief Executive Officer. Is nothing but a CEO. CEO holds the highest ranking and ultimately responsible for taking managerial decisions. Any decisions will be taken by the CEO in the company. PLM initiative should be led by the CEO because all managers will be supportive to the CEO's leadership. However, owing to his many other responsibilities like setting the company's directions, objectives, strategies, organizational structures, plans and budgets, etc., he finds the little time available for the PLM initiative, and hence he intends to focus his precious time on activities where the CEO adds most value. The successful use and speed at which the organization can obtain the potential benefits from PLM has not been fully understood by the CEO. Next view of PLM is about Business Planning Manager. In business planning, managers are involved in maintaining business operational and financial objectives like tracking on numerical figures resulting from company costs, sales, marketing, share, tax rates and the like. Since full implementation of PLM takes place years and affects many functional and people, the related expenses need to be included in company budgets and investment plans. Business managers think that instead of investing money and expecting paybacks after a long duration, it is better to focus on cutting costs, building customers and marketing strategies for better product sales and revenues resulting from short periods. In most cases, PLM is considered as an investment. However, it is not so. PLM is the transformation of product development. People fail to understand the concept and benefits of PLM. Next use of PLM is about functional manager. The managers running a functional department such as engineering or manufacturing live in the real world and expect to produce instant results. As a result, they show little interest in benefits of PLM that may appear in 2 or 3 years' time. Their primary concern is to solve the day-to-day problems related to manufacturing and set the objectives of reduced costs through scrap and rework and improving productivity. That is the main area we consider. They are least bothered about how these targets can be effectively met by PLM. Next use is under marketing manager. Here marketing managers typically get involved in their routine work processes of planning and executing the conception, pricing, promotion and distribution of products. They believe that their targets can be best achieved by engineers who create the products, and as such as they claim that PLM should be the responsible for design engineers. They tend to prioritize on marketing strategies rather than analyzing the benefits of PLM in marketing. Next strategy is about workers. Here workers take the orders and instructions from their superiors and try to complete an assigned job within the stipulated time. In many cases, the management or superiors ignore their suggestions for better systems and processes, and as such they feel that their skill and talents are not utilized in a proper way. They think that PLM has nothing to do with their job or career. At the beginning of PLM initiative, it is common for people to have different views and opinions. However, as a first step, it is important for an organization to get alignment of all the people to have a common view of PLM so that the benefits and values necessary to push the organization to a new competitive level are identified. Otherwise, the invested time, efforts and money will be wasted. Thank you for patience listening. I will end up this session 1. Again I will thank Dr. Pundarika G, Principal Government Engineering College, Ramnagar, and then course coordinator Dr. D.P. Girish, Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Government Engineering College, Ramnagar. Myself, Dr. Muniraju, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Government Engineering College, Chamarajanagar. And then apart from me, Professor Chetan K.S., Department of Mechanical Engineering, Government Engineering College, Chamarajanagar. And then one more person, Dr. Banjara Kutresh, Associate Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Government Engineering College, Haveri. Thank you.